Hi lovely reception children, it's Miss Swan here, ready with another maths video for you. So today and this week we have been focusing on addition. So when we've got two groups, putting them together and seeing how many have we got, how many are there all together, or starting with a number and how many ways can we make that number with those two groups, okay? So we've got some star words, let's get them back in our head with some actions, okay? So we've got add, addition is equal to, equation, number, object, number bond, part, and we have part, so we go part, parts, whole, and then we've got our model. So the way that we help us to understand addition, one way we can do that is by using the model called the part-part-whole model. Part-part-whole model. Can you do that? Amazing. Okay, so yesterday we started off learning about our part-part-whole model, okay, and we were showing different ways to make 20, okay, so we were just exploring yesterday, okay, we were practicing using objects to show different ways to make 20, okay, that's called a number bond, different ways to make a number. Now today we're going to carry on using our part-part-whole model, but now, as well as using the objects, we're going to try and use it to help us write equations, okay? So I've got my whole, okay? Got my action, so I've got my whole, okay? So I'm starting with 20 objects because I want to find different ways to make 20, okay? So our number one's to 20. And then I've got my parts. So the whole, I'm going to split into two parts, okay? And then I know that those two parts, when I put them together, they make the whole, okay? That's what's really great about using the part-part-whole model. It makes that really clear. So we start with the whole, we split the whole into two parts, and when we put those two parts together, they make the whole. Okay, so I'm going to start by counting out 20 objects into my whole. Okay, so I'm using my pink tack. You count with me. 1, 2, I want 20. 3, 4, 5. Oh, they're getting stuck together. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, okay, and I've got the number 20, so if you're starting again today, which is what I want everyone to have a go with, then you write your whole, okay, so the whole is 20, because we're doing number bonds to 20, different ways to make 20. Now, if you're not sure how to count out 20 objects yet, don't worry, you can choose another number, so you might want to start with 10. If you can do 10, then you can choose a higher number, okay? Keep going until you get to 20, okay? The more you practice, the better you will get at it, okay? So we're finding out different ways to make 20, okay? Now, I want you to have a go at doing what we did yesterday, and then we're going to try and write some equations together, okay? The numbers that we write are going to be really, really helpful, okay? So I'm going to now show one way to make 20. So I'm going to put my whole, I'm going to split up my whole into two parts. So I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to pick, how many should I do? I'm going to pick 5. So I'm going to put 5 of my objects into this part. Okay, we count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, how many in this part? 5. So I'm going to write it 5. Okay, so I've got one part. Now I need to put the rest of my objects in the second part. Okay, so let's count how many we've got. If I've got 5 here, I wonder how many I'll need in here to make 20. Let's count. Start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, great counting, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, make sure I'm spreading them out, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many in this part? 15. So I write 15. Fantastic. Now, I talk about it in the same way, but while I'm talking, I'm going to use them to help me write my equation, okay? So I started with 20. The whole is 20. I split the whole into 2 parts. Your turn. The parts are 5 and 15. Your turn. The parts are, and now I'm going to do it the other way around. So I'm going to talk about the parts, and when I put them together, what number they make. Okay, so here, so the parts are 5 and 15. Okay, so 5 and 15 make 20. I can also say 5 add 15 is equal to 20. Okay, so 5, I do my first part first, okay, here, so 5 add 15, okay, and then I want to know what it's equal to, okay. Now, I know that it's 20 because I counted out 20 things, but I'm going to show you as I move them back. So I've got 5 add 15. Let's check what it is when we put the 2 parts together to make the whole. So this time I'm going to keep counting as I move both of my parts. Count with me. Let's find out what it's equal to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I keep counting. I count on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it equals, or is equal to, 20, okay? And you can see that I've used all those numbers in my equation, okay? So I used the first part. So we had our whole of 20. We made one part of 5, add the other part, 15. So 5 add 15. And then when we moved the parts back into the whole, we found out how many there were all together. So is equal to, so putting those parts together is equal to 20. 5 add 15 is equal to 20. Okay, so I just used my part-whole model to show my equation. Now I'm going to put the symbols at the top to help you, okay? Let's do another one. So I'm going to rub out my equation. Let's do another one. Now I know there's 20 there already, so I'm just going to rub out these parts and then we'll try another number, okay? Because I want to show how many different ways I can make 20, so I need to think of another number. I did 5 here last time. Let's try 6. Let's try one more. Okay, so let's put 6 in this part. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stop. How many in this part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I forget, I just count again. 6 in that part. And then I want to check. Okay, so I've got one part, my whole. Now I need to put the rest of those objects in the second part. Okay, so let's count how many we need. Okay, so we're moving the rest of the objects into the second part. We start counting from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it rolled away. So I'll keep 6 in my head. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. How many? 14. So I write the number 14. I can write that anywhere that there's space. Okay, 14. Oh, and actually I'm going to do my 4. I'm going to move that there. I'm going to make it a bit clearer for you. So I'm going to do this 4. There we go. So now I'm just going to do my explaining again, use my full sentences and have a go at writing it as an equation. Don't worry if you're not sure how to do an equation yet. You can start off just by doing these numbers and then just having a go writing them here. Okay, don't worry if you're not sure yet. It's all about practice. Okay, so I started with 20. 20 is the whole. I moved my whole, I split my whole into 2 parts. The parts are 6 and 14. Your turn. The parts are, and now I start to think about my equation. Okay, so 6 and 14 make 20. Can you say that? And make. Now I'm just going to use my symbols. 6 add 14 is equal to 20. Now, if you're not sure how to put those 3 numbers together, start with the parts, okay? So my first part, tell me, what is my first part? How many in there? How many? 6. So 6 goes here. 6. Now, I'm adding my parts together, so I need this add symbol. So 6 add, what number? How many in my second part? I'm adding my parts together. What number? 14. So far we've got 6 add 14. Now, when I add them together, I'm going to move them into the whole, okay? So we need to count how many there are to work out what it's equal to. So that's why we use the symbol is equal to, okay? So let's check when we add 6, add 14 together, how many we get. So what the whole is, what the total is. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I keep counting. 7, 8, because I'm adding them together. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I know that when I add 6 and 14 together, it equals 20. Sorry if the video is a bit loud. I can hear somebody's just started doing some building work. Okay, so I've got my equation. 6 add 14 is equal to 20. Okay, so I've got another equation, another way to show 20. Okay, so that's what I want you to have a go at doing today. Can you use the part-whole model to show different ways to make 20 and then have a go at writing some equations? Okay, I would love for you to take a picture and email me so I can see what you've been doing. Bye, lovely reception children.